jolly good.
Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clank Zoka, and welcome to another My Thoughts song. Today, I'll be talking about Suicide Squad. Oh, sorry, The Suicide Squad. Or James Gunn's is The Suicide Squad. Honestly, should probably use a better name, because I don't know how The Suicide Squad is going to not confuse people. But yeah, so the Suicide Squad, yeah. This is a sequel, kind of, question mark, to the 2016 controversial kind of shit, from what I've heard anyways, movie from David Ayers, which I like as a guilty pleasure, but it's nothing amazing, you know, it's just, it's fine, whatever. However, I was interested in the new The Suicide Squad. Okay, I'm going to call them the real Suicide Squad, because you'll see why. When I was interested in the real Suicide Squad, and with James Gunn's direction, I thought this could work, because I liked James Gunn's movies, the ones that he has directed, not the fucking two Scooby-Doo movies, which I know he didn't direct, he wrote the screenplays for, but, you know. And also, a lot of the original cast is not in this movie, maybe only 4. Harley Quinn, Amanda Waller, Captain Boomerang, and Rick Flag. Only they return, everyone else just gone. And it's so weird too, it's just so weird that all these people come out of thin air, and they're all existing villains. I think most of them anyways, but yeah. So, what's the Suicide Squad about? Well, it's about the Suicide Squad. No, I'm joking. So the Suicide Squad, or as they're called, Task Force X. Why couldn't it be the actual title of the movie? Okay, anyway, so the team have to go to this island to stop this experiment, something to do with squids, from being unleashed upon the world. So Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie, who returns. They're led by Bloodsport, who I, for some reason, mistaken as the older version of Deadshot, but he is completely different. Played by Idris Elba. Peacemaker, who is kind of like antagonizing Bloodspot, played by John Cena. Kind of Rick Flag, played by Joe Kinnaman. They're joined by Polka Dot Man, and Polka Dot Man is played by, I'm going to try and find him, hopefully, because you'd be very surprised by how many big actors are in this film. It's kind of insane, really. And he's played by, where if I can find him, he's in Ant-Man. He was one of the, like, oh, come on, what the fuck? It's one of, like, the comedic side characters, you know. Can't find him. Sorry, just bear with me. Using tablet for this doesn't help. David Malkian, I don't know how to pronounce it. King Shark, voiced by Sylvester Stallone. Very strange strange choice. Yeah. I always said Peacemaker. Ratcatcher 2, played by Danielle McQuire. I can't remember who else. I think that's it. Anyways, they all join together to find this guy named the Thinker, played by Peter Capaldi. And they need to help him, or they have to find him to stop this big tyrant, and also stop this government too. And there's also characters who kind of doubt on each other. They fight, they have comedic moments, I suppose, but yeah. So, with all that said, you think this would be like the 2016 film, but much darker, much much bloodier, much huger and dumber and stupider, and all over the place really, and even worse off than the other film. Yes, 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 kind of. And for the last one, no. This film is aware of how stupid it is that I actually really fucking love it. I'm sorry to say this, but this film is actually really fucking good. And this might be a bit debatable, but it's probably the best DCEU movie out there. Let me explain. First off, this film's tone is ridiculously gory. This is a very gory movie. And not just like shock value or anything. This is like creatively gory. You see King Shark eating someone's brains, and someone's head gets sliced. It's not. It just goes for it, man. It's really fucking gory, and I love the gory elements here. It really fucking works. Almost like in a Deadpool way, but this film actually succeeded my expectations way more than I would have expected. It's funnier. The film is fucking hilarious. So many like over the top acting and funny lines and funny visual gags. This movie is fucking hilarious. Everyone's funny. Every single character that's on screen, they are funny. They are really, really fucking funny. Speaking of acting, the actors are all fucking unbelievably out there. Idris Elba really has fun and really goes for it. And I thought he was fucking funny. He was my favourite performance in the movie. John Cena is also very good as well. Harley Quinn, Margaret Robbie. Well, I mean, it's Harley Quinn. What do you expect from her? Also, the thing that I like also about the movie I mean, this film doesn't have much to do with the other film except for the characters who return. However, in the opening, I won't give too much away, but let's just say the movie, right, so you introduce to some of the other characters, and what happens to them, it makes it funny, because when you think about the first Suicide Squad, like, in terms of context, that film did it in a very stupid and very, very lame way. This film does it a little similarly, because some of the other characters you see in the Suicide Squad team, you don't see much of, which is a shame because they're all interesting. But it makes it funny that they acknowledge what made the first film very stupid. Also, someone dies, and when that person dies, you're glad they're dead because you find them annoying. I'll say that, I won't give too much away. Hell, this film doesn't even come out until next Friday in the United States in theatres and on HBO Max. Visually, the movie looks way better than the first film. Better cinematography, shot composition is brilliant. CGI is crap, but I think James Gunn is aware of that. Even King Shark looks very fake, but he looks fucking cool. The costumes are fantastic. They're all creative and weird. Effects are brilliant. The giant star creature looks so ugly and so fake that it's brilliant and it's fantastic. Like, this is a visually fast, colourful, all over the place, very stylish movie. I was very, very impressed by how stylish this film is. It's fantastic. The characters are all like memorable dicks. Granted, they're not exactly heroes, but would you call them villains? I mean, some of them I've never heard of, so I assume they were villains at some point. But they're all despicable to each other, and they're all likeable dicks. Each and every one of them are either likeable and humorous, or dicks and just assholes. And they all work. They all have, friendship, but they also have lots of like dickish ways to be nasty to one another, and it works. I thought it was just really terrific. King Shark is my favourite. Bloodsport is my second favourite. Harley Quinn, obviously. I like all of them. There's not one character I thought was shit. Peacemaker's probably the weakest, even though I like all of them, but he's the one I didn't find the most interesting, but he was still funny, and he did serve a purpose to the film. Even Amanda Waller, who's not in it for very long, is still the very, very like cold-hearted character, like from the first film. They're all great. Even Rick Flag is a little bit better. I'll give him that. So yeah, all the characters are fantastic. The acting is brilliant. The soundtrack to the movie is fucking awesome. Like, really stylish, really rocking soundtrack. Very cool stuff there. So, do I have any complaints? Honestly, no. Even if there are things that I thought could have been better, it didn't bother me in the absolute slightest. This is so weird. We went from a very mediocre sequel with Wonder Woman 1985. I can't remember the title. That's how forgettable it is. I mean, I liked it. It was good, but not particularly a standout. To a film that did not need to exist. It was better than it had any right to be. The Suicide Squad is my favourite DCEU film of all time. It has better writing, better comedy. The action, I forgot to mention the action. The action is superb, creative, very gory, fucking funny as hell. It's visually self-aware. It's very, very nice to look at and very pretty creative. I like all the characters for how dickish they are, but they're all likeable and memorable. Even the main, well, I wouldn't say the main villain, but the one who, like the government, even they are kind of memorable as well. Rocking soundtrack, good fun, superb acting. Even James Gunn's directing is pretty similar. I say this is his best film, with Guardians of the Galaxy being second. I mean, as much as I really like that film, this film is just exactly what I need, and this is definitely going on the right track with the DCEU. Go and see it. If you love Suicide Squad, not the movie, the team, you'll have a good time with this one. If the first Suicide Squad, or the 2016 one didn't exist, this would have worked out great. Like, super, super fantastic. Like, if the other one didn't exist, I would have been so much more happier and better off with this. So, go and see it. Just go and watch it. If it's not out in the US, just wait. Fantastic movie. I'm very surprised that I really, really liked it. Me and my friends had a really fucking good time with this. Like, it's not one of the best films of the year. I'd say this is probably close to top 10, maybe in the top 10, but fucking great movie. Really good fun. 10 out of 10. Absolutely loved it. I might get it on DVD because it is that fucking fun. So yeah, screw Suicide Squad. Watch the real Suicide Squad. Finally, a DCEU film that I can give a 10 out of 10. I mean, most of them have been almost perfect, but none of them have gotten the 10 out of 10 treatment until this. Anyway, so, with that said, tomorrow I will be talking about some new films. Ernest and Celestine, The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Phantom Boy. Friday will be Vivo, the new animated film from Sony. And Friday I'm watching it. That's when it comes out. Saturday I'll be talking about that. Sunday, Jungle Cruise. So yeah, there you go. So if you're looking forward to Suicide Squad, I hope you are. And if you have seen it, what do you think about it? Is it good, bad, decent? Do you want to see it? Let me know below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And until next time, what are we, some kind of a Suicide Squad? That's my best Will Smith impression. Also, I swear that's the one line most people remember from that film. Weird.